My name is Deev.
My name is Sunny.
And I'm Niki.
And this is Chat Time. All right, so today we actually have a special guest. We actually have a special guest. His name is Mayank Gandhi.
DJ MG.
DJ MG. He has won more than 2 awards as a DJ. He's won Best Mix at A2 Doom 2019 and also Legends 2019 for Buckeye Fusion.
Wow.
He's been making mixtapes since 2016. First mixtape that came out was UGA Indian Night 2016 mixtape. He's produced many more, probably 10 plus than that. While on top of that, he's danced and also he is working on his PhD or doctorate, in psychology at Mercer. So let's welcome Mayank in. Where are you going? Come this way, buddy.
This is
There he
DJ
is.
MG.
This is DJ MG.
Oh shit.
Let's welcome DJ MG.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. Before we get into your area of expertise and stuff like that, we have something that we want to talk about because last episode we recorded talking about sugar daddies and sugar babies.
All
And
right.
literally the day after, Niki got a message on Twitter.
It was Twitter, yes.
On Twitter from a guy.
So,
I'll let you explain it.
yeah, so we all talked about how Sonny had a nice sugar daddy coming for him, and I was jealous, and I spoke it into existence.
Didn't contact him.
And so Michael messaged me on Twitter, and
Put your
I
feet
had
up, too.
to, of course, accept it. But he said,
Gotta get
hello,
comfortable.
Yeah, you do.
I just checked your profile, baby, and I'd like to be your sugar daddy and spoil you with my riches and good weekly allowance. And then he gave me his WhatsApp number.
Damn, I would love to have a sugar daddy.
So I
No,
messaged
just wait.
him.
It gets better.
Same,
It
dude.
gets better.
I messaged
I'm
him.
Wait till you see
excited.
how much money he offered her.
We tried. I tried not to get my hopes up because, people be scamming.
Me and
So,
Sonny were excited as
I was too hyped.
I
We
texted
were too
these
hyped.
two. I said, listen, we have a situation. And Deev got really excited. So I had to send updates. So he asked me where I'm from. And then we had casual conversation. And then I said, so what's happening?
What's popping?
He said, I'm actually getting you $4,500 as your first
Holy.
allowance. And let's see how things go after that.
$4,500.
Bro, 4,500, that's a lot of money.
That's
That's more than
more
I have
than-
in my bank account.
That's more than most people make.
I know.
And it's a month, not even just once or twice. A month.
So
He
did
actually
you,
didn't say how often.
so
Oh,
did
he
you
didn't say-
take, did you
He
take
did
the
say-
offer?
he said
I thought he said,
weekly, though.
Oh, yeah.
he
But
said
listen.
monthly or
weekly.
weekly or something like that.
No, he just said he'll give me an allowance and then we'll see how it goes after that. He didn't say a time frame. He said $4,500 immediately, and then we see how it goes.
Oh, okay.
That's
That's
crazy.
still a huge
That's
upfront
still-
amount.
That's yeah.
So you have the money in your account
Oh,
now.
see, but
Wait,
that's
wait
the
till- we'll get
interesting
there, we'll
part,
get
There's
there.
a whole
right?
story. There's a whole.
There's a whole
Adventure.
process to this story.
There's a whole adventure.
And so I made sure there was no nudity involved and extra stuff, no meeting up.
We gotta
because
make sure
I don't
she's
care
safe.
for Michael like that. And so he said.
Mikal.
He said, I love the way you text with me, Niki. I'm going to spoil you with my money. So I'm guessing I didn't really have to do
As soon as
anything.
she sent us that screenshot, Sonny's like, I'm gonna beat this dude's ass. He literally just flipped this
I
switch.
did. I was like,
He
I'm
went
kill him.
from supportive boyfriend to fuck this dude.
Sonny, who we fighting?
Michael.
Apparently,
I'm
Michael.
gonna whoop Michael's ass.
Michael, pull up, bro. Pull up. Pull up. Just do it.
He
so
looking
then-
dead in the camera like,
do
let's
it.
do it. He's ready to go.
This is some Jerry Springer shit.
Anyway, so then I said, okay, great. That sounds good. I'm down to text you anytime so you can give me more money. But so he said, okay, send me your cash tag because we were going to use Cash App. So first I went on my Cash App and made sure all the security measures were in place.
Correct.
My full name was taken off even though he already saw it on Twitter. So I sent him my Cash App and then the scamming started.
Oh.
So I knew this was going to happen. So he sends me a screenshot of a $4,500 pending payment on my account. And he said, baby, there is a $50 attorney fee, which has to be paid by you to my Cash App for your payment. Saying all this extra stuff. And I looked at him and I said, that seems like it's not true. And I gave him options. I said, send it in smaller amounts. Figure it out. You pay the $50. You're my sugar daddy.
You know what's funny is in that process, Niki did not stop sweet talking him. She
Oh.
just kept sweet talking. She's like, "Oh, baby, I can't do that, but can you just?"
I did
please
not
send it?"
say baby. I
Shouldn't
said,
use any
like,
of those
it's
words.
like that.
Those words weren't used.
I said honey.
That one's acceptable.
And so then he tried to send me a proof of this other girl or whatever. But then I called him out because as you can see in the screenshot, it says the payment was at 9:10 and the picture was
Oh.
sent at 9:08.
So we
Bruh.
start
So it didn't
catching
make
this man on
and
this
so
scam.
I told him that I said, so you're telling me that the time doesn't add up. And I said, goodbye, Michael, you broke my heart. And then he tried to send me a video of a girl holding a piece of paper that says Michael paid me $1,000 with a $20 clearance fee. I'm like, that's sketchy. Why did she need to hold up that paper and do that for you anyway?
I know, right?
Bro, that girl in that video looks no older than 16.
Right? Sketchy.
That was probably his sister just doing it for him.
Who knows, bro?
And then I kept going saying like, well, if it were true, you'd be paying me. You're providing for me. How sad that you won't do that for me. And then he said, no, you're just having trust issues about this, babe. And then I said, but honey, the internet is so unsafe. I can't trust you with my money if you don't give me yours.
I'm dying at the honey.
Wait, are you okay, man?
Sonny, you're getting a
His
little
facial
heated over there,
expressions
bro.
are
Good.
so
I'm
funny.
perfectly fine.
He said, just trust me with your whole heart. And then he started getting real aggy. He was like, I know you're doubting this, but you need to do this ASAP. I said, no, and I have a boyfriend, bye.
But she literally,
Yeah,
I have
she
a
has a
boyfriend.
boyfriend, bye.
Bye,
And
bitch.
then I blocked him on everything. So it was a real disappointment. But I'm 100% sure that Deev was the most brokenhearted.
I
about the whole
was. I'm not even gonna
situation.
lie. 450, like, come
450.
on.
It's 4,500, right?
4,500,
How much
like-
it was?
500.
4,500, like $4,500. Come on.
I
You know how much
I was
immediately-
also
we could do with
sad,
that?
bro.
Bro, there's a lot. We could get bottle service. We could we could go on a trip.
We could go on
do
a
lot
group
of things.
trip.
Cabin trip. We could do a cabin trip.
Literally, all
Cabin
expenses
trip.
paid.
That'd
Cabin
be
trip.
nice.
Booze, food, and everything.
Immediately after I went
Exactly.
online and I said, how to get a sugar daddy online.
Literally, no. You know what's funny? Because after the day we started talking about that, I went on Google the next day and I was like, sugar baby websites, and I saw like 5,
I saw like 5. I almost signed up for
There's-
one.
and I did too, and there was like one that was free, and I was like, okay, let me do this, and I started typing in my information. I was like,
I stopped.
I shouldn't do this. let me just stop myself real quick.
I
That's a
actually
good
did
call.
see one of like a website. I don't know. This dude posted a video of how like he has a sugar mama providing for him,
Yeah.
and he's like he does nothing for it.
Uh-huh.
Like, literally nothing. He takes like maybe shirtless pictures at tops.
Yeah, but
And-
I've had people that have had to like go meet their sugar daddies or
see.
sugar
Yeah,
mamas and
um,
like do like weird things, like show them their feet and like like that
Yeah,
type
I've
of
heard
stuff.
things like that.
That's a little.
I mean,
It's risky business.
if I had to take pictures of my feet to get like 45,000,
I do it. I do it.
4,500,
No
sorry,
cap, I do it.
I'd do it.
So
I would
I-
do it too.
Yeah.
So I have one story. Before I tell that story, remember that TikTok I sent you about the guy complaining?
Yeah.
There was literally a TikTok where the guy's like, I went to college for 4 years and got a degree, and I'm not getting paid as much as these girls getting sent feet pictures or rubbing lotion on OnlyFans on their feet. And they're getting paid like
25,000.
25,000. And I'm like, what the fuck? Shit.
Bro, that's more than I'm gonna make for the next like 3 or 4 years.
Ooh, that's crazy. And then there's also this funny. So my friend worked at Nike for a bit, and his coworker had a sugar mama. What we thought was a sugar mama. He actually had a sugar mama and a sugar daddy, too. And this sugar daddy bought him a brand spanking new Mustang.
What the fuck?
By the way, this is a guy. This is a dude that was doing sugar mama and sugar daddy at the same time.
Did the daddy know he was a dude? Or,
Yes.
Like,
And he went over and had a couple nights with the dude too to
Wait,
get
it's
that
like
Mustang.
that.
It's worth it, right?
Okay.
For her
A
Mustang.
brand
he put
spanking
in that
new,
work.
like
Okay.
2019 Mustang.
I don't know if I
Fully
do that
loaded.
for a Mustang, bro.
But I'm saying like
I'm not trying
still
to
a
fight
car
you.
that's
Yeah,
worth like
yeah,
30K, like not even 30, 35K almost.
That's fair. That's
And
fair.
I was like, it's like shit, man. You really got it like that, man. Okay, you
That's a
keep
lot
it.
of money.
That's a lot.
I never
That's a lot of
understood that.
zeros.
Mike, are there any things you want to say? Because we cut you off at your introduction.
We had to have the sugar
we just
baby.
had to get
We
that
just-
out there
Oh,
because
no,
the disappointment
like-
was so real.
No, I mean, Deev got it pretty right. I think you got that off my LinkedIn, right? 'Cause
No,
it's on my LinkedIn.
Actually, I asked Raghav to send me I wanted to get all your awards and stuff in to just be like, this is the most prestigious yes we really have right now. Like, we can't pull nothing more. You are a host. You're not a guest, Nikki.
Still, I
You
feel
run
not
this
prestigious
shit.
now.
But it was like I was trying to make sure everybody knew like what you've done in your career.
Oh, thank
And I
you,
know
thank
you've
you.
had more than those 2 awards. If you want to go ahead and like
Um,
shout yourself out, you know?
I won 1 award last season for best after party at A-Town Showdown in Atlanta. That was fun. We brought a dolly out onto stage last minute. It was lit. It was like the ultimate club experience. But
That sounds
And
fun.
all of us missed it.
I know, right? Where's the
Yeah,
invite?
no,
No,
I mean,
we were invited. We
Oh,
just
I wasn't invited,
I
but
mean,
we
I
weren't that
was-
close at that time. Either,
no,
though.
we
Yeah.
weren't. But
Saturday was the day we got closed.
yeah, you're right. At Nikki's birthday party.
Yes, literally.
Nikki, how was your party? Did you have fun?
Yeah,
Was it a surprise?
it was.
So Sonny threw this huge surprise together for Nikki, and he went all out, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I was surprised at how put together it was because I threw him and a couple people a party as well, like a month ago. But now I feel like bad because I feel like his is better than mine.
Low key, it was. I'm not even gonna lie.
I got
damn, that
some of
makes
the
me feel
balloons.
kinda
No,
but
that
I wasn't at theirs. I was only
Yeah.
at yours, but I agree with Deev here.
no, I agree. My place, like the only thing I had was like a nice view. The heat killed us all. My
We were-
balloons
we
were,
were
not
sweating.
heliumed, and I think but it was for 3 people.
I know, right?
That's true. It wasn't just for me. And it was still a good time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
We
a
all
cup
had-
that
thought that
counts.
counts.
Good food and drinks. So
But it was like Sonny's was lit.
It was
We
really
had a
nice.
great time. Them pinwheels hit every time.
Oh, yeah,
that
those
pasta.
pinwheels.
I love that pasta. a
Pasta
lot.
hit too.
Shout
No
out
joke,
Disha for
pasta.
making it.
Disha and
If you wanna-
Boomy, right?
if you wanna take a
Disha
peek in
Boomy.
here, I don't know if you can. Just be like,
It's
around
okay.
Disha, you
here
gotta like
somewhere.
come a lot
You gotta,
If,
like,
closer.
you
come
can
on
walk
in
in the frame if you want.
Yeah.
She's
I was
good.
like, let me give it. We actually
a
have a
little
house
camera
full of
shy.
people right now. Like all our friends are in and they're just joining and watching us do a podcast. It's kind of weird, but it's cool too at the same time. You know. But honestly, like after I was reading through like everything on your LinkedIn page, right? And I was like, how does this man stay on top of everything? Because how many teams do you manage a semester or is it a year?
A year. So, last year I did the most. Last year I had 10.
Damn.
How many mixes do you have to make for each team?
So
Like an estimate.
Yeah. So one team mixes anywhere between 8 to 10 segments. So that's about like 3 to 4 hours a mix to conceptualize, put it together, and then clean it afterwards. But last year was a lot, and then I featured on like 4 or 5 other teams, and then put out a couple of mixtapes too, and then I traveled and DJ'd. This year I made it a priority to cut back a lot. School is getting tough. I have to focus on my career, so I'm doing half the amount of teams now. I'm only doing 5. Featuring on a couple of mixes and then doing a couple of mixtapes for these comps that are now like canceled due to the pandemic. So just helping out any way I can, and it's good side money, honestly, and I get to.
So we were talking to you about your productivity because if I was that busy, I would not be able to do any of it.
Because you also did dance while you were at UGA. How many teams did you dance for?
So I founded one team, and then that it's now known as Classic City Bhangra, and then I danced on UGA Sura for 2 years as well. That process was tough. You know, my grades definitely tanked. It was really, really bad. But once you kind of like learn how you work, it tends to make everything a little bit better. Like I would schedule time to study and also to have fun and also to, you know, go to practice and like do the things that I wanted to do.
How'd you like figure out the way you should be studying as like
Yeah.
studying and balancing out work life? How'd you figure that out?
So one of my friends was talking to me about this, and he was like, I don't go to practice unless I finish all the work I have to do. So I would basically schedule like a lot of busy work to do before practice and then all my studying for after practice, because after practice it was like 11, 12 and no one was awake. So it was easy to study. I also wake up early in the morning, so I would study before everyone wakes up. So that way when I'm going through my day, all I'm doing is busy work because I can talk and do other stuff while I do it. It was a fun process. I used to watch a lot of Netflix shows while I studied as well.
Text now.
Yeah, Text Now, that app. Oh god, that was a long time ago.
I've never heard of that thing before.
Are you serious?
Really?
100%.
You have not had a brown childhood then.
So
You have not had a
basically-
brown child if you have not used Text
Give or
Now.
take a little.
Give or take.
Are you talking about Text Now?
Yeah.
Text Now is basically an app. So like when I was younger, I only had an iPod Touch before the texting was available. on
Same
there.
here.
And so I would download the Text Now app. It gives you a phone number, and then you can text all your friends. But it's not your actual phone number. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So
Oh.
It
Oh,
was like also
I know about
Kick.
Kick. Come on.
Kick.
Come
Oh
on.
gotta
yeah,
kick.
yeah.
About
I've
Kick.
used Kick.
you got a kick.
Like I remember you'd have to get an iPod. We never get phones because my parents did not approve of me having a phone because they were like, "You gonna do some fuck shit? We don't need that." So we got iPods with text free, Kick, Instagram back in the day, and I think,
Oh, I never used Instagram.
I didn't use
dude,
Instagram.
I never used
Instagram used to
Instagram.
be like it looked so different back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Oh.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
I was at the point in my life where I was using my mom's phone as my phone. So I had my Instagram on there, and every time I used it, I would have to log back out.
I could never do that because some of the messages I'd be getting, don't need that.
At what age?
Yeah, bro, that's a little.
When did you
Like
make a
middle
TikTok,
school,
or-
like end of middle school to the beginning of high school.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't make a Instagram till like freshman year, I think.
No, I'm not talking about the Instagram. I'm just talking about the phone in general. Like,
Oh.
like the kick
You were
messages
getting
I'd
some
get.
weird messages at a
Okay.
young
Like-
age.
Yeah, I was getting some weird. My young age was a little bit different than most.
You know, speaking of pranks, I think Raghav wants to say something to you.
What do you want to say?
actually.
Come over here.
No, like scoot in, bro.
Is he in the frame? Shivam, is he in the frame?
What did you want to say?
I want to say that I had a friend who lost his virginity at 8th grade, and I was just as shocked as all of you are currently,
That's fine.
because in 8th grade I was playing with Bakugan.
In 8th grade, I was posting singing videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I still gotta see that.
Honestly, I have never seen you sing till your TikTok, and
Nope.
like I heard stories.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
heard
she's
because I heard stories from one of our close friends, and he was like, "She can sing," and I was like, "I bet she probably can," because I don't remember. I've never heard you sing
Close
before.
friend.
I
Urdu.
don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, Arjun was talking about it, and I was like, "I'd love to hear you." And you're like, "No, I'm not singing for anybody."
No,
next
sir.
thing I know, TikTok is popping up, and then she posted a video for singing.
Okay, but I can't like sing in front of people.
But like, it was
You
good.
can still sing. You just have
It was
stage fright.
good.
You gotta do a
Yes,
you gotta do
You
a
still
cover.
have the ability to sing.
I've done that. You should see
That-
it from 8 years ago. It's
No,
on
no,
YouTube.
I'm talking about the
Wait,
cover.
is this still on YouTube?
You will never find it.
Yo, I'm about to hunt this thing down and pull it up.
Because it's not on my own account.
The link's gonna be in the description.
Oh no, we're gonna find. I'm going to find
No,
this.
but wait. Before we continue this part, I remember a prank that happened to Mayank. I was not even there. Shivam was there. It was back in 2014.
Oh,
2014.
man.
And I remember hearing about this. So they went to Atlanta and they stayed at their friend's house.
Oh, this one.
And in the middle of the night, I guess Mike was snoring like a bear, like he always does.
Wait.
And he falls-
Some backstory here. I'm really scared of the thing that she's gonna mention. So this will add detail.
Wait, I think
So-
I don't know the story,
think
but I
I've
think I
heard
know what
part
you're
of
scared
this.
of.
yeah.
So everyone was awake and just trying to mess with Mayank. So they woke him up and they were like, bro, there's a snake in the house. Like we have to there's a snake in the house. And by the end of his freaking out, he was sleeping in the car outside.
Yeah, like we just told him that like there's a snake in the house, so the best bet for him is to like go in the car and just sleep. So we made him go out in the car. Like he was in the car for at least like 30 minutes to like an hour. And I don't think he was sleeping, but he was texting us from the car. He was like, is this still there or not? But we were just chilling on the stairs and just laughing that like he believed it and just went outside in the car. So we let him do it, like do his thing. And then we felt bad, so we called him inside, and that's pretty much it. But like he was really scared after that.
It was we were sleeping in the sunroom of the house, and so I was like freaking out when they woke me up in the middle. It was like 3 a.m. and I
Oh,
got
so
waken
you're
up.
like half asleep,
Yeah.
freaking out. Oh,
So like have we heard that thing? Like I think Arjun was the one who came up with the idea where like if someone's sleeping like in their deep sleep and then you wake them up and tell them to do something, they'll actually do it.
Immediately, yes. They
Yeah.
will be like, oh.
Or like if they're scared or of something and you say this in there, like there. So I guess that's why Mayank ran outside.
I've seen these TikToks where these parents do the same thing to their kids,
Yeah.
and so their poor
Oh, yeah,
little
these
child,
little
like
kids.
5 years old, is dead asleep in the bed. The parent comes running in, they're like, "Hurry up! The grass is growing outside. The grass is growing outside," and the kid's like, "Okay, we gotta go. I gotta see this grass growing." outside."
I've seen that.
now I want to do this to somebody. You know what would have been funny if y'all did? If y'all just put a snake in his car and then let him like look back and just see that thing just sitting there.
Well, no,
Or
no,
like
I
a fake snake, you know.
Like a fake, not a real snake. Like
Yeah,
like you
bro.
go to Michael's and you buy one of those like little like flimsy like plastic ones and just
Yeah.
throw it in his car. I wasn't going. That'd be weird if you threw an actual snake. Where the fuck would you get an actual snake from?
Well,
I know
pet
people.
store?
Oh, you know people?
I know people.
I got an idea then.
people.
Wait, watch for TikTok and you'll see it probably.
Oh yeah, we made a TikTok.
We did. It's good.
So back on this whole prank thing. So one of our friends from high school, really smart kid, went to Yale for undergrad. He texted me because I cheated on this like test in high school. You know, everyone did it. And
So if your friend's gonna jump off a bridge, you gonna jump off too?
no, not anymore. I'm
All right.
smarter now.
No, see, some of us are leaders. We're the ones who jump off first.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
You know.
also a good
I'll do
answer.
it myself.
Yeah.
But the screenshots are somewhere on my Facebook actually. But I got a text from like Text Now or Kick, one of those apps, and it was like, and someone was saying that they were the UGA admissions counselors, and that they like reported, they got reports of me cheating because this was like right around before we started applying for college. So I'm sitting there in my house tweaking, like scared my parents are gonna find out I can't go to UGA, and then here I am.
Dude, I can't even imagine. Like, I would be flipping shit.
Oh, I was
Dude.
sitting there sweating, like, you know,
The sweat.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, the sweat. Like she said it so.
I'll let you finish your story. And then did that scare you when I
a
touched you?
little bit, yeah. No, I mean, long story short, I was like freaking out in my room. I was like this close to crying. Like it was bad. It was really, really bad.
So you didn't actually cry?
No, I didn't.
I would have.
That's a harsh prank.
I would have
bro.
too.
That's
You
really
cried
harsh.
when a bird pooped on you. I mean, come on.
I was like 6.
But still, Sonny didn't cry when the bird pooped on him.
Sonny
Oh, yeah.
would have if it actually landed on his head.
Would you have?
I don't think so.
No, I would have just.
You would have took it like
He
a
was
man.
also
I
in
would've been
college.
pissed.
I was 7.
I would have been pissed.
So?
Because I would have blamed that pizza guy. 100%.
Literally, he's still ready to fight that pizza guy.
I
Like,
am, bro.
No
Pizza
joke.
guy.
Michael
It
and the
wasn't
pizza guy, y'all can both come at me,
Oh.
okay? Both y'all. Both of y'all. I'll take y'all both. 2-on-1. There's no cap.
No cap.
No cap.
No cap.
So the whole the sweat. We're not gonna get into his medical
no.
stuff, but
Oh, Lord.
homeboy used to sweat like a fountain, like
Like a literal fountain, like just leaking
it felt
everywhere.
like it was just shooting out of his body, like
like when Eminem said palms are sweaty, it like that's an understatement for how like sweaty.
You were.
It was like Niagara Falls on my hands.
It's a little bit more under control now, I hope.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It got a lot better as I got older. I got more confident, so like it went away. I still get bad hand sweats, but it's kind of like if I'm nervous about something or if I'm outside and it's like super hot and I'm
so it's
actually already
normal
sweating.
now.
Okay.
It's more
Okay,
normal
okay.
now.
Okay.
My girlfriend can hold hands with me, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, he has a girlfriend, so it should be fine, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, she doesn't care anymore. At first, it was weird. I don't like holding hands, but I got over that, and I don't
can't
sweat when I hold
imagine
her
like in
hand
high school the
anymore.
girls you dated and they just hold your hand and they just slip out.
I
Your
only-
friends
I-
You're
the
friends
hand
with
just
all-
keeps slipping out.
I only dated one girl.
I know that's who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't want to drop the name right now.
That's fair.
Speaking
Yeah.
of holding hands with Mayank, so we did this dance for this Diwali party. And there's 4 of us that were supposed to do it, but it ended up just being 2 of us. And at one point, he spins me out and like spins me back. And the fear I had that it would slip away.
She
not,
just go flying.
not,
Dude.
not only was he just sweaty, but we were doing dancing, which was making him more sweaty. And I was like, oh God, oh God.
And it was a spin, and I think at one of the practices, she actually did slip out of my hands.
Probably,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Thank God you never did cheerleading. You just throw someone up and they just fall right through your
Bye.
hands.
Bro, yeah, it would have been bad. It's especially bad because I weightlift, right? So,
Yeah.
and I don't use chalk or powder or anything, so
Oh, damn. dude.
glad the bar never slipped and hurt me.
You're just going up. Just, oh shit!
Oh,
Hit
no.
you right in the face.
Oh, that'd be bad.
That would have been bad. Okay, wait. So speaking of like you DJing, how'd you get into it first of all? Because I've never known the story of how'd you start.
Yeah, so I'm still friends with them. Actually, like Brexton's one of my best friends, but he shared this like mix from Bollywood America 2014, and one of my mentors, Dr. Shrimix, made it. And I was like, I've never heard this. What is SoundCloud? Fun fact, my SoundCloud was actually banned before I used it to start making music because I accidentally uploaded an actual song on there and fought the copyright and claimed it as my own.
Oh.
So I got banned for a while, but I found the mixtape. I listened to it, and then I like sent Shri a Facebook message with like just like complimenting the mixtape and asking him to teach me. And I sent him this wedding mix I was performing to, and he like helped me edit it. And that was kind of how it all started. But yeah, if he didn't accept that friend request like 6 or 7 years ago now, I would have never gotten to where I am now.
Wow.
Dude, that's really crazy, actually. Like, from to, like, just randomly be like, all right, let me help this guy out.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
And now, like,
That's
everyone
really
in the
nice of him.
circuit is like,
And now you're like
DJ
really well known.
MG.
Yeah, like. You're
How'd
up
you
there,
get
bro.
popping? Because like to me, like looking from the outside in, it just seems like a very like small circle of people that do it, and like they only pick a select few of people. Like because you only your mixes go for dance teams, basically. That's it. Or maybe
Yeah.
your own mixtapes and stuff like that. That's it.
Yeah, so I got there's a couple ways to answer this. So I got featured on a lot of big mixtapes that like some of my best friends now, like Sajan, DJ Ruckus, like that he made or that Shri would make, and I would get featured on there. And as my name kind of grew and my connections in DDN kind of grew, or Desi Dance Network, I like started slowly becoming bigger, and eventually like I was opening for Sajan at after parties, and things kind of like slowly blew up. But then going into 2018, the 2018-2019 season, Shri messaged me and one of my friends at Nupia and was like, so all of us are like kind of retiring from doing dance team mixes. So it's literally like you two that are like somewhat well-known names. And that year was like right when everything just kind of blew up. And that was because of like a bottleneck effect. Like we were like really the only two of like an older generation that was still there, and everyone else like Raghav and a couple other people in the circuit are now like learning, and they're all coming up and kind of taking the place that they left. But yeah, it's kind of surreal. I've had friends send me Snapchats of like random people in like hallways like talking about me, and I'm like, and this is like across the country, and I'm just like, I don't think I'm that big. I still only think all my music is like, I have a huge fan base in Philly, so I kind of think like that's like where my circle is. But yeah, it's apparently all over, and I have a huge following in Australia, oddly enough.
No, I saw that on your like LinkedIn
Yeah.
thing where it was like you helped. What'd you open?
So
Forgot the name.
I didn't open it, but they had been collabing with me on just like random mixes I had made in the past, and the director Saley like messaged me randomly and was like, hey, would you like to help make like Bali Oz National's first ever mixtape? And I was like, sure, why not? Like I want more exposure. And the next thing I know, it was like my most played sound on SoundCloud. It's at like 41,000 plays now after 2 years.
damn.
Yeah, that 2018 to 2019 was a huge year. That was
like
when
your biggest
everything
year?
just skyrocketed.
Did you ever like use your popularity through DJing to like, I don't know, kind of like market yourself in
Or
some
spread
way?
it into other like mediums of like social
yeah,
media?
like I mean, I'm talking like I was thinking like merch or like something of that sort.
Oh.
Can you give me an example?
Like literally just like a DJMG shirt or like a hat or something
Oh.
like that. Like something like
Do
that.
you think your following is not big enough for that, or have you ever like?
So I've never actually experimented with this.
Oh, okay.
I rebranded going into 2018. Got my logo redone by a friend that's I think now living in India. But before that, I had a sticker made with my old logo that was on my water bottle and then on my laptop. It's actually still on my old laptop. And then, what's it called? And then one of my friends made me a tank that has my old logo on it. So I like wear it around the house every now and then. But other than that, I don't have any other swag that has my logo on it.
Do you think your like fan base? Do you think they would actually be down to like? I mean, he has a fan
is
base.
a fan
It's just
essentially.
weird for like
It's
people
a-
who know him to be
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
That's the funny part. It's like it's weird for you, but it's like me seeing his like stature in the community.
Yeah.
He can use that to his own benefit in any platform like YouTube, Twitter,
That's true.
Instagram. If you were or in TikTok, like if you were more consistent on posting on those platforms, you could make an even bigger following from that small one you already have.
Yeah, my SoundCloud and my Instagram are actually the two biggest like places that have a
Right.
following, and then third is Facebook, but people don't really use Facebook anymore.
That's true.
You should try like a poll or something and see what your fans say. I mean, I don't know.
That's a good
something
idea.
I would do.
I've
That's
never
something
done
I
it.
would do, but it's all up to you, bros.
No, that is a good idea
Sure
just
world.
to bring up.
Yeah, I've never done it. If I got enough people to want to order, then it wouldn't be a bad idea. That would be a really cool idea.
Yeah, dude.
That's a good question. Wow.
Wow, it's like you're being interviewed.
It's weird. I've never done this before.
It's kind of like an interview, kind of like just hanging out with friends, basically.
Yeah.
Because it's like me and him don't know the space that much. Do you know the DJing space like that?
I've heard.
It's like
She
I've
used to be a
heard
big
things, but it's like I don't know it.
It
Like
used to be about that, didn't you?
it's like I don't know it like you do.
Yeah.
You lived
Yeah.
through it. You've done it.
Yeah.
It's like as a DJ, what is like? How do you know when you made it? As doing mixes and stuff.
question.
I actually don't think I've made it still. But I think like the time that I finally realized that like I have some importance in the circuit was like when I started getting to host like Legends, which is nationals, like hosting like their album with other big names from the circuit like G Tam, Sid Kel, Dr. Shri Mix, Naeem, Anupia, and then just kind of like the way like when I post something, it'll like sometimes it'll just get a ton of likes on Facebook, and then my SoundCloud will just start like popping, and I'm like, I don't know how to react to this, but I think that's kind of when I'm like, okay, like people listen to my music now.
Yeah.
And that's kind of when I finally see that, because before I would post something and like maybe at most I get like 100 plays in like a week, and now I can get like 150, 200, 300 plays in a day.
I always thought like I was so proud. Like I could kind of feel like you were getting like famous when you started getting like things to like wear, like Bakwas apparel and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
that was a fun
I was
collab.
like, well, dang, I got connections too now.
We got someone high up that
I think my promo code still works for them, but one of my good friends, Durpan, started Bakwas with one of his friends, and as they blew up, yeah, Rachna's wearing the Dosti pullover
Cool.
right now, but as they blew up, I was like, yo, this is dope shirts, and I copped a shirt that says But the Me's, and I wore it to my first after party that I DJ'd in 2018, and after that, I have a promo code that I now like give out to people to use, and you can get a little bit of a discount with it. But yeah, that really took off. That was a lot of like, that was fun.
What's your favorite event that you've ever DJ'd?
Oh, this is hard. Well, I think it's a tie between Buckeye Mela last year and A-Town Showdown last year. Buckeye was at this huge concert hall. We literally fit like 1,600 people in there. And I was like on stage, and it was kind of like I was like throwing a concert, which was a cool experience.
That sounds like for you is like it's like, oh dang, people like me this much that they're willing to come out and listen
Yeah,
to me
dude.
perform.
It was insane. Like Snoop Dogg had performed there, Waka had performed there. Like,
So you're like
bro,
you're not up there with them, but like you were on the same stage. How does
you
it
were
feel to
there
be on
with
the
them
same
in
stage
spirit.
as them?
that was crazy. The same thing happened like literally the next week at A-Town, because some rapper had performed at Domain in Atlanta, and this was like 2 nights before I was like there to DJ. And having my logo up on the main stage, Domain's a club, and so like they have a bunch of panels everywhere, but having my logo up on that main stage was like, yo, like Martin Garrix, Avicii, rest in peace, Kashmir, like a bunch of these famous EDM artists do this, like Jack Harlow, etc. Like famous artists just have their like logos and names just everywhere, and like this is like really cool. It was so surreal.
Did you like cry a little bit when you saw it?
Inside.
Because it like for me, for someone like to do something like that to that extent or level, it's like, dang, I'm really doing something out here.
It was crazy when the VIP manager came up to me and was like, "Oh, you're MG, right?" And I was like, "I think I've met you somewhere, but yes, I'm Mayank. It's nice to meet you." And then Raghav was with me actually that night. I was really sick, so I couldn't like, I wasn't drinking or anything. I was like, I actually had taken like flu medication right before that after party, so I was really sleepy. But we walked into the room, and it was just like surreal. Like you just see my name up there, and I like literally turned to Raghav. I was like, oh my God, like I was not expecting this.
That's awesome.
Damn.
Okay, I have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a fan interaction with anybody?
Like where they're like truly okay. Let's narrow it down to
Okay.
where they're like actually like, wow, like you are DJ MG, like I love your music, and they're not trying to like completely flirt with you.
I love how you put in the part completely flirt with you.
Like that's not their main goal.
Or have you had people slid in your DMs too? Like,
Yeah, I've had the DMs. I had a couple people do that right when I started popping off. I've had someone come up to me and danced with me at like a club and was like, "Oh my God, you're DJ AMG," and I'm like, "What? I don't know you." There was one time where this was a dare. I had to write my phone number on a girl's like cheek, like this cheek, and
This cheek.
yeah,
What?
this one.
Who dared you to do that?
We were at a mixer and I was on stage like DJing a little bit, and someone came up to me with a Sharpie and was like, "You have to like write your phone number on my cheek," and I was like, I'm
just
not
went with it?
No, I didn't do it.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
it's a Sharpie.
I was
Like,
about to say.
I don't want my number everywhere.
Everyone looks at that girl's cheek like, oh, 444.
Yeah, it was. I've had a couple of those experiences. It's crazy, and then like a lot of other times, like I'll be at an event and like I'll hear people like saying, "Oh my God, that's MG," and I'm like, I'm really just like your typical average brown kid who like I guess somewhat made it. So I don't know.
Oh, fun fact. He's South African.
Oh yeah, I am
Oh,
South
yeah,
African.
he is. I'm not sure if you're allowed to say this or not, but is there like any functions you're gonna be like performing at in the near future?
Yeah, so I was supposed to do, I think I'm allowed to say this, but I was supposed to do Akirath 2021 after party and Juzba 2021 after party. Akirath is in Columbia, South Carolina, and then Juzba's in Minnesota. But because of COVID, I like comps got canceled, and then there were a couple at the end of last season that I actually couldn't DJ at. The last one I did was Noche de Rojo in Iowa, right after my 24th birthday, and that was fun. I was like around a lot of close friends. It's a good after party, but that was the last one, and that was March like 7th. So it's been a while.
Wow.
Before anybody says anything, I'm gonna cut this part. I gotta take a piss real quick. I just like the way this is going, and I just want to keep it going. So if we have like any bad parts, I can just cut it out and put this in there. Perfect. You hear me? What are you looking at me for?
Go. I thought we were about to be done, so you might as well have waited. It was like already 45 minutes.
I was like, I wanted to keep it going a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
Like, if we had any bad parts, I can just.
There probably was, like, because
I'm
earlier
sure-
everyone was
sure
just
we
talking
were-
over each
trying to
other.
figure out a flow to get to.
My poor guy didn't talk for so long. I know, I was going
Yeah.
to, but there was no, like, we started talking about actual shit, so.
That's what I'm saying, but like I was like, that's why like when
I got it.
I was like,
What else can we talk about real quick?
Oh, I was gonna say, well, because you were like surprised one of them was in Minnesota, so I was gonna be like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he gets paid to go everywhere.
Yeah, that must be
Pay
so
for that,
clutch.
that's so lit.
Bro, you should really try that marketing thing with your like.
I
like, merch,
never thought of that.
because
That's
I
insane.
think you have a pretty decent fan base to where like some people would be interested.
Yeah,
'Cause, like I mean,
The only merch I have of Mayank is Talvar.
yeah. Like I'd probably get something if you started doing that.
I could
honestly.
do like a super simple T-shirt and just put the logo on the like a frocket design.
Like just do a t-shirt and a hat to start off,
Yeah,
and then
that's true.
expand from there.
We do like a
It's
tank and a
funny
T-shirt.
how like when you came in, we talked about how you went to UGA and you're a DJ and you're wearing a Legends hat and
Yeah.
an ice shirt. I was
This
gonna
wasn't
mention it, but I
planned.
didn't say anything.
I like the way it was going toward the end, and I was like, I want to keep that going for a little bit.
Do you? This is like a dumb question. Is your like
Keep it going.
your like brand like
Hold on.
it's not like
Wait, wait.
patented or something? Is it like no one else can
No.
like copy it?
No, so you
Have-
good?
Let's.
I said wait.
No, wait. Give it like a 10-second pause, and then ask the question again, and I'll cut. I'll
Okay,
start
okay.
from there.
Okay, go.
Okay, so I'm not sure if this is a good question or not, but your brand, is it like specifically patented towards you, or is it like something that other people can like mimic and
Copyright.
use for their advantage? Yeah.
So I'm actually not. I'm not the only DJ MG in the world. There's a lot of them. I actually had a DM from this French dude that was talking to me in French on my DJ page and was asking if I was DJing an event, and then he made my profile pic from my page his profile pic, and I was like, I'm gonna report you for doing this.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's happened once. But no, I can't like patent the brand. I think it's already been patented
Okay.
or copyrighted.
Damn.
Oh, so then it would be hard to put it
Then
on
it'd be
shirts
hard
and
to
stuff
do that.
too.
Yeah.
But it's
Like
his
to
own
mar-
logo.
Yeah,
though.
but it's my own logo.
If you
so
can
I could,
patent
I
your
might-
logo and then put
Yeah,
it
that's
on.
what I'm trying to say. Like, if you
Yeah.
just the way yours specifically looks, I think you could get away with it. Maybe.
I think
Or
I could
patent.
too, because I don't know if the Indian Cultural Exchange elephant that I have on from UGA is trademarked.
Well, it's
either.
probably it's just a customing thing, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's probably just on there. I mean, I know like in Augusta we were thinking about doing an elephant. We were like, no, because UGA's is an elephant. So like, most people wouldn't want it to be the same anyway.
That's fair.
I was like, the reason she's saying that is she went to AU and she started ICE here.
Oh yeah.
ICE is Indian Culture Exchange,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a little club that most colleges have just for the Indian people that go to that school.
To do events like Diwali,
Yeah.
Holi. or
You're one of
whatever.
the few co-founders, I believe.
Rachna and I are 2 out of like the 6 or 7 like original creators.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just thinking like to be paid to go everywhere and like do music shit all the time.
Well, your
What
expenses
a
all
dream.
paid.
Oh yeah, so I get I like essentially like essentially like I'll charge a competition like $300 to DJ their after party. I'll do mixer for free if they provide speakers, and then I get 100 if I also make the mixtape. So I get like around 400 for the weekend. But on top of that, if I'm going there, then my flight is covered both there and back. One checked bag is covered if I'm not on Southwest. And then airport pickup and drop off plus food for Friday night is covered.
And hotel?
Oh, and I get a stay in a hotel for 2 nights.
Damn, you got luxuries, man. Like they treat you like
That-
a king.
Yeah, that sounds really
The
nice.
DJs
dude.
are so important.
I could see. Like you get treated pretty well as a
the,
DJ.
The event wouldn't work without them. So I mean, like,
You're not wrong.
know?
You're not wrong.
That's why we're lucky to be friends with him because
You
he did
know.
our formal.
Yeah.
He gives you like a discount low key and just calls it a day.
But like that formal was a lot of fun because it was just so like low key. It was like
It's like your
with a close knit
friends.
group of friends,
Yeah.
right? That was a good change of pace from the after parties and like having loudspeakers in my face and but no, that was fun. It's a fun weekend. Comp weekends are fun. I mainly do it to just see a bunch of friends and play music.
And get paid to travel.
Yeah, and then I get paid.
No, it's like one of my things. I want to travel the U.S. I've been here for 23 years of my life and still haven't gone anywhere besides New York and Georgia and North Carolina. That's it. So you've probably seen more than I have.
Yeah, I've been to just from DJing and dancing. I've been to Michigan twice now, Ohio 3 times, Texas like 2 or 3 times, California, and then North Carolina and South Carolina, and obviously Georgia.
Favorite place you've gone to from
Like city wise?
city wise? Yeah.
I would probably say, as like as funny as this might be, Iowa City, but that's because of the people I saw there. It wasn't necessarily because of the city. Iowa's really small. It's also like kind of scary being there, being a brown person.
Yeah.
But Iowa was a lot of fun. I think like most fun Iowa, but then best city I've been to, I definitely want to say Columbus, Ohio. Columbus is a college town, but it's also like a pretty big city. There's a lot of good food, a lot of great people I know from there, and it's just overall like good vibes.
Wow. Good
I wish I could
vibes.
live that
Nice
life,
places,
man. Just travel around. You did most of that during college or after college?
Grad school.
Grad school. So during grad school.
Mm-hmm.
Are you also doing a doctorate in psychology right now too? Are you in your 3rd year?
Yeah. I'm in my 3rd year. I got 2 more years of class and then 1 year of residency, and then I'm done.
wow.
Eh,
dude. That's it.
no, sorry. I was gonna say. So you were getting paid for mixes for teams,
Mm-hmm.
and then also on top of that, you were getting paid for going to events
Mm-hmm.
and performing at these events.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a fun life, man. But I could realize the workload would be a lot more too, because you have to do multiple things
Yeah.
throughout your week and stuff.
Yeah, I think like mixing for teams is hard. That's a lot more planning, a lot more busy work intensive, but doing like comp after parties and like just like I DJ'd on Instagram Live a lot this summer because of COVID. Doing things like that is a lot more fun because like it forces me to stay up to date with music.
Yeah.
So I'll literally like Thursday night before I fly out, I'll like just download like 50, 60 songs of like things I might play at an after party.
Plus, it's like when you're doing like a team mix, it's your creativity versus what they actually want it to sound like. And then you're like, okay, you got to keep changing it.
I didn't know that. I don't know the ins and outs, so it's fun to talk to you about it because it's like it's a new world for me.
Yeah.
It's like a completely new world. And it's like a small world. It's not the biggest and most popular thing, but it's like a small world of like a handful of people that just enjoy what they do. They're only
Yeah.
doing it because they enjoy it. They're not doing it because they're making money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was on a dance team for the summer before my freshman year, and then first semester of
You
my
were?
freshman year. Yeah.
What team were you on?
AU, we had a dance team, but I was on the all girls.
Oh, I didn't even know
Oh,
I
you had a
remember seeing
dance
you
team.
dance.
So
on
was
that.
Ria.
Oh, I didn't
I
know
seen you
that.
dance on that.
AU Jutka.
Jerka.
Long time ago.
Yeah, that was definitely 4 years ago.
All right, I think we went a little bit over time today,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't have our chalk ups, so we can't do our regular outro. But I just wanted to give a thanks to you for coming on, and I
Thank
want
you.
you to give your shout out on here of your social media. I'll put your SoundCloud in the description too, so they
Mhm.
can go out and see your mixes and stuff if they want.
Got you. So I guess TikTok is really big now. So, my TikTok is at DJMG Mixes. Instagram at DJMG Mixes. Twitter is also at DJMG Mixes.
That's actually great marketing because you just have to say it once and they know all three platforms
Yeah.
already.
My YouTube isn't as big, but
You have a YouTube?
yeah, I do. It's really not that great.
You should be if you're more consistent on that. You'd be doing pretty well.
Yeah, that's true. That's just I have to get started on that.
I will help you
First
out,
time
buddy.
I'm hearing about this YouTube.
I will help
so-
you
I
out.
had no
if
idea
you
about
need,
you
I will
having a
edit all your
YouTube, bro.
videos for you if you want me
Oh,
to.
thank you. I'll let you know.
Literally, all you need to do is a day in a life of just you and just
Of a mix.
that's
Of
Like, when
mixing
you do
and stuff?
Like a live or something.
Uh-huh.
and then just give me the clips. I'll edit it for you.
Ooh,
Put it on
that's
your
a good
channel,
idea.
and then all the people that do follow you, like Philly and things like that, they would love to watch something like that.
That's true. I've never thought of that. So that's a good idea.
Hmm.
Facebook is also like at DJMG in all caps, and there's a space between DJ and MG. People get that wrong too. And then, yeah, I mean, if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, just look up Mayank Gandhi. You can connect with me on there. But yeah, no, thanks for having me. I had a lot of fun.
Yay,
Yeah.
Mayank.
Okay.
All right, bye guys. Thank you for joining in on us.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.